Immune Boosters, Part 2. So, my name's Lisa, Reinventing Indulgence. Did a video a couple of weeks ago about Immune Boosters 1, just things that I do for my immune system. I went over a list. It was vitamin C, a multivitamin. I use isotonics, vitamin D, vitamin B12 because I'm a vegan, oil of oregano, echinacea golden seal, thieves essential oil, lemon essential oil, turmeric, apple cider vinegar, hot water with lemon and cayenne, elderflower and elderberry, both as a tea in the tea form. And so today we're just going to cover a couple more things that I do, just sharing with you my ideas. So another essential oil, a few more essential oils, also just introducing the topic of mushrooms, things that I put into my smoothies, some tinctures that I do. Rhodiola, for example, is one, and then also just my green tea that I drink, and also zinc. So let's get started with ImmuPower. ImmuPower. I think I'm saying that right. This is a very strong oil. The first time I put this on, I swear, I thought I was knocking myself out. You can cut these oils. You can mix it in with a carrier oil like grapeseed oil, and I use apricot oil as well. I'm just putting literally one drop in the back of my neck, but you can also sometimes with people you can put these on the bottom of your feet, like one under on each foot before you go to bed. You put your socks on, but it's very strong oil. So what I love about this is it's not cut with anything. This is Young Living. And it's an oil blend, but it has all oils in it. There's no major carriers to like a carrier oil or any other thing that cuts this. So the oils that are in this are hyssop leaf oil, mountain savory oil, which is antibacterial and also antifungal, cistus oil, which is good for the lymph system and also bronchitis and other things. If you Google some of this stuff, you'll see that there's many benefits to each one of these oils that I'm mentioning. Camphor leaf oil, congestion, good for congestion and inflammation. Frankincense, probably one of my favorite oils of all times. I have a full bottle of that in the other room, which I use for various reasons. Love frankincense. Clove bud oil, which I've used before for toothaches and things like that. So that's antimicrobial, and also good for coughs. Cumin seed oil is good for asthma. And then there's a blend, it's not a blend, it's an oil called Dorado Azul. I believe that is just a Young Living oil. And that one too is good for colds and bronchitis. And now moving over to mushrooms. I'll start with chaga, which is, I was turned on to chaga from my neighbors in upstate New York who would go out into the field and they would, they're into organic farming and things like that. And they just love the country life and go on long walks. And they've found chaga, and they take it home and they chop up pieces of it and they heat it up in water and use it as a tea. And it's known for fighting cancer. But you can obviously look into that more. Chaga is also good for stimulating the immune system. It is something that I do put into my smoothies as a powder. And I also use maca as well while I'm going through things I put into my smoothies. I use maca to overall enhance my immunity too. And I use chia and flax. But back to mushrooms, reishi is another one. Again, from people that I know upstate, that there's a woman that has an herb shop upstate that I go to, and she makes blends, and I've bought some reishi up there as well for overall immunity. And then at another place, I've gotten some tinctures that have reishi in it as part of a blend. So this one's called Vital Energy. I mean, you could look into whatever manufacturers you want, but I'm just telling you, like, I'm just going over like a typical blend that is of interest to me. So Vital Energy, it's Siberian ginseng, rhodiola, gotu kola, and shishandra berry, which that's another one that I just saw recently on one of David Wolf's immune system summits where somebody was speaking and they was talking about that herb. And then this one's good for endocrine, and this one's called Endocrine Formula, and it has ginkgo, gotukola, bacopa, and bacopa is an herb that I've actually used on its own when I was looking for things to help with mental alertness and staying focused. Chaga mushroom and reishi mushroom are in this one. So when I do tinctures, I do about a third to a half of a tincture, and I put it in like water, or a lot of times I'll do like immune shots where I'll make garlic, lemon, ginger. I'll juice it, maybe even put a little bit of water in that as well, and turmeric sometimes, and then also I'll mix it all in and just make my tonic that way and take the shot. And then keeping in with herbs, I'm going to move over to rhodiola, which is one I've used quite a bit. This one does have antiviral benefits, so it's been said. It's an adaptogenic herb, and it will help overall with adapting to stress. And stress has just become like an everyday word. It's like, oh yeah, I'm stressed. It's become like the norm, right? But stress kills. And so whatever we could do to help our bodies and our system for overall stress, anything like that definitely helps with health, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So it's not anything to be taken lightly for sure. And I have a Luthro as well, which was mentioned earlier in the blend, and I do take that one from time to time as well. And while I'm at it, the last tincture I have here, this one I would take if I were to get sick. I hardly ever get sick, although I did in January. So if and when I do, I would take Yarrow, and it's one of those to sweat out. I use it like if I have a fever, and I'll sweat it out overnight. So those are some of the herbs that I use. I also wanted to mention green tea. Green tea is rich in antioxidants, something called polyphenols that it has. And I do drink green tea every day. Every day. And lastly, zinc. Zinc is an essential mineral. It helps overall with the immune system. Just happened to look up the amounts today because I do remember a friend of mine saying, don't take too much zinc, because I think we were talking about vitamins one day and they were out of zinc because it's a pandemic, and she works at a store, and she gave me something that had zinc in it, but if I still have some of my zinc from like last year, so I can't take both at the same. Like, you don't want to take too much zinc, is basically what I'm trying to say. So I looked it up, and they said between 20 and 40 milligrams. So that's it. Part two. Will there be a part three? It's possible. I have a whole medicine cabinet of herbs and tinctures and things like that. So that's it for now. Stay healthy. Keep that immune system solid, because we're starting to open up in some parts of the country, and there's just so much information out there, and we just want at the very least to keep our immune systems good.